Beth Dutton said it in the trailer before a single episode had aired. Set to a track that opens with the word, collapse. She said, "A legacy is a beautiful thing, but only if it survives." That line was the thesis statement for a show that hadn't even premiered yet. And now that Dutton Ranch Season 1 has ended, 9 episodes, a finale titled El Padrino, a kidnapped boy, a dead villain, a cartel still standing, and a new war beginning, Season 2 has to answer the question that line asked. Does the legacy survive? And the answer is no longer a philosophical one. It is urgent. It is personal. And it is more complicated than Beth anticipated. If you love Dutton Ranch and everything happening in the Yellowstone universe right now, this is the channel that breaks all of it down. Welcome to Next Episode Hub, and we would love it if you subscribe today because Season 2 has so much incoming that you won't want to miss a single piece of it. It genuinely means a lot. Hit that button and let's get into it. Because what just happened in that finale is the full weight of everything Season 1 built, finally landing at once. Let's go back to where this show started. When Paramount Plus announced the premiere in March 2026, they retitled the show simply Dutton Ranch. It had previously been known during development as the Dutton Ranch, and the name change signaled something important. This wasn't a Yellowstone sequel. This was its own thing. The official logline made that clear. As Beth and Rip fight to build a future together, far from the ghosts of Yellowstone, they collide with brutal new realities and a ruthless rival ranch that will stop at nothing to protect its empire. In South Texas, blood runs deeper, forgiveness is fleeting, and the cost of survival might just be your soul. That last line, the cost of survival might just be your soul. Season 1 didn't let that be metaphorical. It made it literal, and it made Carter the price. Dutton Ranch premiered on May 15, 2026 with a 2-episode debut. The numbers were staggering immediately. 12.9 million global viewers in the first 7 days. The biggest original series launch in Paramount Plus history. Also the biggest basic cable series premiere in 3 years. Those numbers set the expectation for everything that followed. And Season 1, across 9 episodes released weekly through early July, had to deliver something worthy of that opening. It delivered chaos. The story planted Beth and Rip in Rio Paloma, Texas. New land, new enemies. A neighboring operation called the 10-Petal Ranch, owned by Beulah Jackson, played by Annette Bening, and a cartel relationship that Beulah had been hiding for years. Cartel leader Mariano Reyes, played by Raul Max Trujillo, had been using 10 Petals cattle as drug mules, smuggling fentanyl across the border inside livestock. When Beth and Rip discovered this operation and intercepted a shipment, they made an enemy of someone who had been operating quietly for years. Mariano's response was war. The Season 1 finale, El Padrino, Spanish for The Godfather, aired on July 3, 2026 on Paramount Plus. The episode arrived quickly and didn't slow down. 7 armed men came for Dutton Ranch. Rip and his allies fought back. 6 of the 7 were killed. The surviving man was kept alive deliberately, held for interrogation, 1 loose end left breathing. Rip isn't a man who leaves things unfinished. He left this one alive because a body doesn't answer questions. But while that gunfight was happening, Mariano had already changed the game. He didn't go for Beth. He didn't go for Rip. He went for their boy. Mariano's right-hand man, Gato, and a group of masked men tracked Carter's phone to the ranch of a man named Dwight White, the place Carter had been staying after leaving the Dutton home in Episode 8. Only 2 people knew where Carter was. His girlfriend, Oriana Jackson, Beulah's granddaughter, played by Natalie Allen Lind, and Sheriff Handy Wade, whose relationship with the cartel remains one of the show's most deliberately unresolved questions. Mariano's men took Carter, and then Mariano called Beth. Let that settle. He took the boy, and then he called to tell her. That is a man who wanted her to know he had the upper hand. That is a man who knew exactly what Carter means to Beth and Rip. And that is the choice that defines everything Season 2 has to accomplish. Before all of that, the finale delivered one more major twist that nobody was quite expecting. Joaquin Reyes, Mariano's own son, had been trying to take his father's place within the cartel organization. Joaquin wanted Beulah removed. He pushed Mariano to install him instead of Will Jackson, Beulah's son. And Joaquin executed Will. Beulah's son, shot dead at his own home. Oriana found her father's body. Will's death shattered the alliance between Beulah and Mariano, an alliance that had kept 10 Petal running for years. And now Beulah is standing in the wreckage of everything she built through that arrangement. Her son is gone. Her cartel protection is severed. And Beth Dutton is her neighbor. That detail, Beulah now severed from Mariano, her grandson's girlfriend dating the boy the cartel just kidnapped, her entire legacy crumbling at once, is what makes Season 2 so charged even before it's filmed. Because Beth and Beulah started as adversaries. And everything about the Season 1 finale suggests they're about to be the only two people in Rio Paloma, with enough reason to go to war with the same enemy. Season 2 is built on a rescue and a reckoning. Those two things are not separate stories. They are the same story. And then there is the matter of who is running Dutton Ranch Season 2. Because the behind-the-scenes picture shifted significantly as Season 1 was finishing. Chad Feehan created the series and served as showrunner for Season 1. He left the show in June 2026. The Hollywood Reporter described it as a departure involving disagreements about the direction of the series. Paramount Plus confirmed the Season 2 renewal on June 24th, just before the finale, and confirmed a new showrunner at almost the same moment, Benjamin Cavell. Cavell's resume reads like a deliberate choice for exactly the tone Dutton Ranch needs going forward. He created SEAL Team for CBS. 7 seasons, military intensity, ensemble cast under pressure. He wrote for Justified, Kentucky crime drama with a specific moral center and a gift for villains. He co-created The Stand for Paramount Plus. He developed the Institute for MGM Plus based on a Stephen King novel. Every significant entry on that list involves a world where moral lines are not clean, and violence carries real cost, which is exactly the terrain Dutton Ranch Season 2 is stepping into. Kelly Reilly addressed the transition in her Hollywood Reporter interview. She praised the Season 1 process and said the show was a really difficult but really satisfying show to make. She also said something pointed about what's ahead. Now we get to make a show that we really are proud of. Now. As in, the degree of difficulty is rising. As in, Season 2 is the version she's been building toward. Reilly had also spoken earlier in the season about something she found challenging from the start. Dutton Ranch was the first time she was playing Beth Dutton without Taylor Sheridan writing her words. Sheridan created Beth. He wrote her through Yellowstone. He was an executive producer on Dutton Ranch Season 1, but not the writer. Reilly said she wants to elevate it, take it seriously, and try to find the truth, always, rather than repeat Beth's Yellowstone patterns. Cavell now guides what that version of Beth looks like on paper. And Hauser gave an interview line that has been echoing since the renewal announcement. When asked about his hopes for Season 2, Hauser said, "I would like to see Rip and Case get along for a change. A little peace." Reilly followed immediately with, "I think we should road trip to Montana." And then, "I would love for Beth to meet up with Case. I would love an episode like that. That would be really special." These are two actors who are also executive producers on the show they star in. When they talk about what they want, they are not just fans making wishes. They are shaping the show, and both of them want the sibling reunion. Both of them want Beth and Case in the same room. Marshall's was renewed for Season 2 in March 2026, after just 2 episodes had aired. Season 2 is filming now in Park City, Utah. Luke Grimes is on set. The Marshall's Season 1 finale ended with Tate Dutton on a private plane with the man who just tried to kill his entire family. And Dutton Ranch ended with Carter kidnapped by a cartel. 2 sons, 2 families, 2 shows, both waiting for Season 2 to begin. And Beth said, "A legacy is a beautiful thing, but only if it survives." Season 2 of Dutton Ranch now carries the weight of that line in a way Season 1 never quite had to. Season 1 was establishing ground. It was introducing the Texas world, the rival operation, the cartel threat, the new characters. Season 2 opens in the middle of a war. Carter is gone. Mariano is alive. Joaquin has proven he will kill his own family to take power. Beulah has lost a son and has no cartel protection. Rip has one surviving enemy in custody. And Beth is preparing for whatever comes next with the same quality she has always brought to moments when someone took something that belonged to her. That quality is total commitment. When Rip said in the finale, "They don't want Carter, they want us," Beth's reply was not a plan, it was a declaration. Then they're gonna get us. Dutton Ranch Season 2 doesn't begin with an investigation or a negotiation. It begins with two people who just watched their home get attacked and their son taken. And those two people are Beth Dutton and Rip Wheeler. The production timeline for Season 2 is set for early 2027, with the writing room working now under Cavell. No premiere date has been announced yet. But the story is already written in the finale. Carter needs to come home. Mariano needs to learn what happens when you take something from a Dutton. And Beulah, standing in the ruins of everything she built to save her ranch, has to decide which side she's on. A legacy is a beautiful thing. Season 2 has to prove it survives.